Hi, I'm Denise. I'm the creator of Musicplay and MusicplayOnline, and I'm here today to do a Ready Set Plan video giving you an overview of Lesson 31 for April Week 4. On the classic site, this is our original site, online learning is here on the left menu, and then you choose which grade you want to go to. So that's where I would find PreK. It's going to be working until the end of June, and then it's going to be retired. And beta.musicplayonline.com is going to become musicplayonline.com. The learning modules on beta are here, and now you have these lovely filters. And I can filter by grade. So I'm going to start with PreK. I love little people. We always list the concepts and themes here, an outline of the lesson, I can statements. And you can see there's a focus in this lesson on high and low. And we have a letter, as we often do in PreK. We try to cover the whole alphabet in the year. We have a brand new hello song. And this is trilingual. It's in English, French, and in Spanish. Sing echoes.
Hello, how are you?
How are you?
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello,
Hello, hello, hello to you.
And now it models how to do the names.
Hello, Shannon.
Hello, Shannon.
Hello, Carter.
Hello, Carter.
Hello, Jane.
Hello, Jane.
Hello, hello, hello.
And now there are blanks. You name your kids in your class. Oh, sorry, we're going to do French first.
Ça va bien. Merci. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Bonjour à toi. Bonjour, Jason. Bonjour, Elle. Bonjour, Price. Bonjour, Carter. Bonjour.
So you do the names of your kids. And then we go on to Spanish. Let's see if I can find the Spanish. There we go. So this is fun, and it's something new for you. I know you must be getting tired of time for music, so we mixed it up a little bit. From last week, we reviewed 5 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were 4 green speckled frogs. Loop, loop. And you make some nice frog noises with that. And the other frog song from last week, went the little green frog one day. Went the little green frog. Went the little green frog one day. And they all went, But we know frogs go la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da. We know frogs go la-di-da-di-da. They don't go and then it goes quiet. And then we sing the same thing loud. So this reviews loud and quiet as well. And then I have 2 puppets, my 2 puppet friends, Brown Bear and Squeaky Mouse. And I should have them here so I can show you. They're adorable. But Brown Bear speaks in a low voice.
Hi, Brown Bear.
And Squeaky Mouse in a high voice.
Oh, I just got up from a long nap. Oh, I wish I could have a nap. I don't get to sleep all winter.
So that's the conversation. And then we have a piece of music. And when they hear low sounds, the kids move low. And when the kids hear high sounds, they move at a high level. So it's listening and it's also responding to music. And here's a little assessment for your little people, high and low sounds. You pause the video after you've heard a sound and you tell if it was high or low. Oh, and which one do you think that was, boys and girls? That was the double bass, the string bass, and it was a low sound. Let's check if we're right. Oh, we're going to hear all of them first, and then we do the assessment. The high-low game is an interactive game, and in this one, so is it high or is it low? And every time I'm right, I get another balloon until they all fly away. Let's see. come out of it to do that. Humpty Dumpty is a familiar poem, and I like to use it again for high and low with speech and movement. We should probably watch the kids' demo. Did you know that Humpty Dumpty was an egg? Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. So we go from high to low. And all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Okay, can you do Humpty Dumpty on your knees? So we do it on our knees. If you have students at home, if you're teaching virtually, get them to find a stuffed animal from their house. And they do Humpty Dumpty with the stuffed animal on their knees. They really quite like that. Any of these nursery rhymes, if you do them in a high voice, in a low voice, fast, slow, quiet, loud, those comparables are what gets the kids ready for understanding those concepts. I do label them in pre-K, but you can choose to label them later if you wish. And then we do the letter S song. Letter S says S. And we've got the sneaky snake story. The sneaky snake lived in the sand. And we do have these printables. I think these are especially invaluable for teachers who are in person who aren't allowed to sing. You listen to the song, and then you have the kids complete the worksheet. And you can let them take it home. It's got the story to take home. It's got copies of both the songs, and it's got some printing practice. On this page, you're supposed to count how many S's. Trace over all the S's. My sister, who was a kindergarten teacher, kept a class set of highlighters. And the kids would highlight all the S's on the page, and then they would count them. And then this page is some more printing practice and 2 boxes. And you draw 2 things that start with S. Sand, snake, start with S. So those are really good practice for pre-K. And anytime you want to do these lessons with your kindergarten, that's fine too. Do them with kindergarten. So that is our pre-K class. Yes, I did show the other worksheets in here. And then we sing the Sneaky Snake song. There's a kid's demo so you can see my movements. And then skinnamarink-dink-dink, skinnamarink-doo to end the class. So that's pre-K, April week 4, lesson 31. Let's go on to kindergarten, lesson 31. April week 4. And in this song, we're going to review all the raindrops. They will also have the new Hello song, and they're doing some Grandma and Grandpa songs. And if you want, there's already lots in this lesson because we're going to focus more on the interactives and printing and coloring part of the Rain Rain song. Have them, you could skip the Grandma and Grandpa song until you have a Grandparents' Day performance. The Wear a Helmet song is really good for this time of year because kids are getting out on their bikes and they need to be reminded to actually do their helmet up when they go for a ride. Our I Can statements and our lesson guide. So our new Hello song, If All the Raindrops, is a review from last week. The kids really liked this song. And now we have a Rain Rain pointing and coloring page. So I can point as I sing, rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. So it's showing beat, it's showing rhythm, it's showing high and low. It's got some printing practice, so it's got literacy reinforcement. There are children in kindergarten this time of year that are reading, and so that's good reading practice for them. Not everybody is, so it's good printing practice for those that aren't, or recognizing the beginning sounds of letters. So a nice literacy tie-in with this. And if you want to sing it with Rain Rain, it's here. It's right there. The interactive beat and rhythms for Rain are really good. And you go to wherever in this menu your students are at. If you have not labeled beat and rhythm yet, you do the point to the beat. And as I point to the beat, say pulse. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. So the kids understand that the beat is a steady pulse of music. And then you click some off to develop that internal hearing. Rain, way, come again. Really good way to develop audiation or inner hearing. This is clapping the words. Rain, rain, go away. And if you can't sing, say it. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. And then these activities that follow are to differentiate between beat, which is a steady pulse. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. And the rhythm, which is the way the words go. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. I do it as a game. I actually have them either tap their hearts or step the beat. And then when I switch, and I switch in the middle of the song, we sing the song 4 or 5 times, and I'm switching back and forth between beat and rhythm so that they understand that beat is the pulse, rhythm is the way the words go. This is an assessment of that. Do it or not. With this one, you can also do it yourself. You don't need to use the interactive. Am I playing the beat? Or am I playing the rhythm? If you said the beat, you were right. And you can do it with the audio examples that are here. Here is where we're starting to label. Rain. Rain. Is that one sound or 2? It's one sound. Go, How many sounds? 2. So you do it first with icons. So these are all steps along the way to understanding that one sound on a beat is ta or do, whatever syllables you use. 2 sounds on a beat is tt or dude. And so this is how I teach children to read rhythms. It's a very child development appropriate way to have children begin reading rhythms. And then you can always have them create their own new rhythm patterns. If they have devices, they can do it on devices, or you can have the children help you create a pattern. I don't like that pattern. I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to put another one of these. Not in kindergarten necessarily, but in upper grades. This could be an ostinato while you perform this song. So I'm going to desk drum the ostinato pattern. And I'm going to layer the song on top. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. I was actually talking to a teacher yesterday, and she has an expectation in her curriculum that the kids have to recognize when there's one part in the music or 2 parts. Ostinato plus song or poem is 2 parts. And so this is a really good skill to start building in your kids. In a kindergarten class, half do the ostinato and do it body percussion or desk drumming first, and the other half sing. It's even better if you have another adult in the room, and one adult can help the ostinato part and the other adult can help the singing part. But a good skill for kids to have. So that is Rain, Rain. The Grandma Moses is fun. Grandma Moses sick in bed. Called the doctor and the doctor said, Grandma, you ain't sick. All you need is a peppermint stick. So you can act it out. This is another game that requires no touching and no chasing. They just act it out. The kids really enjoyed it. You can tell this group is older than kindergarten age, and they still really enjoyed it. So your kindergartens are really going to like this. And of course, if you're in person and have to space out more, you do that. If you're virtual, just choose one child to be the grandma, and everybody else says the poem to grandma, and you do the actions after. And you've got a 2-minute video to show them how to play it. The Grandma and Grandpa, We Love You, beautiful song for Grandparents' Day. And again, if this is a full lesson already for you, leave this until a time when you need it for a performance for Grandparents' Day. So there's the song. I think this is important. Wear a helmet when you ride, when you ride. Wear a helmet when you ride, when you ride. Keep your brains all safe from harm inside. And wear a helmet when you ride, when you ride. And that part is sung. The other part of the song is done kind of like a rap. We've got the whole world in our hands. April 22nd was Earth Day, and this is a song for Earth Day. And that ends our kindergarten lesson 31 for April week 4. Moving on to the grade 1 lesson 31 for April week 4. We've given the grade 1s the new Hello song as well, and we have them echoing some body percussion and a rhythm play along, and we've got some nice printables here. So new Hello song for grade 1s, and then echo body percussion. And the kids do that. You get to see me in your lesson and do it with the kids. This is another beautiful play along for the kids. We have some to classical music coming up in the next few lessons. Our video builders are hard at work making new ones. If you want to slow down, you go here to speed, and it slows down. The kids not only like the slow downer tool, I have had reports from teachers that have used the speed up tool for some songs, and the kids are really enjoying going fast as they can. Next, we're going to do a movement song that's in Spanish. If the Spanish is not, if you don't have a comfort level with it, you don't have to actually sing it. Just do the movements, and it's a fun little dance. But if you can do the Spanish, cuando Juanito cuando baila, when Juanito dances, baila, 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 dances, 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 Juanito cuando baila, when Juanito dances, baila con el dedito, that's the pinky. Con el dedito, ito, ito, así baila Juanito. Con el pie, pie, pie is the foot. So you find a way to make a movement with the foot. Con la rodilla, dia, dia, with the knee. Con la cadera, dera, dera, with the hip, hip, hip. Con el mano, mano, con la mano, mano, mano. I'm studying Spanish with Duolingo, and this is good practice for me because mano is one of those weird words that ends in O but is feminine. Con el codo, codo, codo is the elbow. Con el hombro, hombro, hombro. Con la cabeza, esa, esa. And again, you don't have to learn the Spanish. Just copy the kids and have fun with the movement. It's a fun little piece. And you know, my students in this video, you can hear them singing. They were comfortable with it, and we hadn't practiced it that many times. Kids are like little sponges. Get them before age 7, they absorb new language quite easily. So try it, Juanito, with your kids. Don't be scared. We've got a new reading song, Old Dog Full of Fleas. So it's a very good reading song. I did this last year where I said a rhythm and the kids echoed, thinking that kids were at home doing this by themselves.
And I'd like you to say them back to me.
It's still a good exercise to have kids read the rhythms. Echo do, mi, so melodies in the key of C. And yes, I'm in the key of C. And then we learn the song from the note highlights. The note highlights show how the note goes higher and lower. Let's see if I can.
Old dog full of fleas.
Pause. They sing it back. Old dog full of fleas. And that's a really good way to teach the kids. They see how the notes go higher and lower. They echo and they respond. It goes on and it does it in solfege. And this is a great way. If you're not comfortable with solfege, this is a great way for you to learn it while your kids are learning. And then you sing the whole song and it goes a little quicker, of course. And here's the game. I've given suggestions to adapt the game. In this one, because it's full of fleas, I would have a plastic bug. And the child in the middle is, we would be passing the bug around the outside of the circle. The child in the middle is guessing who has it. So if you're virtual, do it as a shell game. Have 3 cups. put the flea under one of them, and then mix them up and give your virtual students an opportunity to guess which cup the flea is under. Sing it again, another person gets a guess. If you're in person, you could do a large spaced out circle and one child goes in the middle to be the guesser. If you can sing, sing. If you can't, play the recording. And the teacher points to each child on the beat. And so the last one pointed to has the pretend bug. And the one in the middle guesses who it was. So my kids like guessing games. Sometimes I would do half a guessing game one class and the other half the next lesson to space it out because they can get a little restless sometimes. I wanted them to do a melody composition. So you could do that with So and Me. And I should have asked if the new melody composition was ready because we have an update to this. You're not going to drag the note. You're going to click and it's going to go onto the staff automatically. And I don't see it. I linked to this one. I'm going to just have a quick look and see if it's up. I'm going to go into the toolbox and I'm going to go into composition. There we go. We have brand new, beautiful melody composition tool. So now I just have to click where, let's see, what do I click? I better read the instructions. You need both a rhythm and a pitch. Select a rhythm, tap on a pitch to add the pitch and the rhythm to the staff. Okay, so I have to select my rhythm and then it's going to go. Oops, I didn't want that. I'm going to undo. Let's see. There's my undo button. I want a TT for my G. And now for my E, I want this. I can change this from note names to solfa. So now I'm doing it in the language that I prefer for first grade students. So let's finish our composition. And the rest goes in. And I can play it. So your students can now create their own So-Me-Do melodies. Oh, I'm so excited this is up today. I didn't know until right now. I am going to, let's see if I can figure out how to make it go to a different level. I'm on level 1. There, that's what I do. And I go to level 2 and now I can add, I'm going to do solfege again. I'm going to make it full screen and I'm going to start with, oh, I didn't want to start with my rest. Undo that. I'm going to start with a TT. So, me. So, la. So, me. And now my rest. So, me. So, la. So, me. So much easier to use than our previous melody thing. If I want to do do, mi, and so, I'm going to go to, in the key of C, I'm going to use this. I'm going to go to solfege, and I'm just not going to select my re or my la. I'm just going to use do, mi, and so. So Old Dog Full of Fleas starts on us. Oops, I don't want that rest. I want undo. I want the note, old dog, and full of fleas, trying hard to scratch them. I did something wrong. Old dog full of, oh, I made a mistake there. So let's go back and fix it. But you can see this tool is going to be much, the drag and drop was not working well for sure on all levels. So here's the multi-beat. And again, I choose my pattern. Ticka, 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 T, 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 T. Ticka, 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 ticka. And let's go. TTs. Okay, we'll hear my beautiful composition now. So it's quite lovely. I can choose note names or solfege. I can change my tempo if I want. I could go really fast. Let's see what that sounds like. Oh, that is just way too much fun. So enjoy this new melody composition tool. I will change the link in this after the presentation so it links to the new melody composition. Now we have the wild donkeys from Carnival of the Animals, and I was able to get footage of actual wild donkeys by contacting the Wild Donkey Sanctuary in the UK. They're a rescue for donkeys, and this is lovely. The kids have really enjoyed the live footage. And we have our wonderful Matthew playing it on the piano. It's actually 2 pianos, and he's playing both parts. Matthew is the one who made the melody composition tool. So Matthew is a man of many, many talents. We're so lucky to have him. Here is the listening map. And I would trace as I go.
The wild donkey is running high and low. Watch the movie to follow the melodic contour for this piece.
So you follow, and the kids have a worksheet. So this is a fun worksheet. I couldn't resist this donkey when I saw him because he was the fastest that I found. And I try and highlight concepts in these worksheets as well. So the piano sound like the donkey's running up and down the hill. Is the music fast or slow? And which instrument plays? It's the piano. And in the worksheets, in the listening section, so over here in the listening section of the beta website, I'll show you where. So listening 1 and Royal March of the Lions, the first and the finale, now have a cover. So you can choose landscape or you can choose portrait. I copied it on black and white, and it still looks nice in black and white. If you do have a color printer available to you at school, you could splurge and copy the covers in color. But now we have all the worksheets for Carnival of the Animals online, and you can make booklets for your students as they work their way through. So that's the end of grade 1, lesson 31. Let's move on to grade 2 and see what our grade 2s are doing this week. So April week 4, they're going to do My Aunt Came Back. That is such a favorite for the kids. They add on movements. Johnny One Hammer, which is a do mi so song. And we've got a lovely gigue by Handel with some ribbons or scarves. Use whatever you have. So I put the new grade 2, the new Hello song in for grade 2s as well. I think they'll like it too. Poison Rhythm, but I gave the grade 2s the oops version in case somebody thinks the Poison one is too scary. And it's to practice tas and titis. And then they have a beautiful play along where they're going to be practicing separated eighth notes. Children need at some point to learn that eighth notes aren't always beamed at the top, that they can be separated, and this is what they look like. So this play along is to give them experience with that. 2, ready, go. Ti, 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 2. Ta, ti, ti, ta. Ti, 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 2. Ta, ti, ti, ta. So a nice play along. And again, you can change tempo. That was a really good tempo for the kids already, but you can change the speed if you wish. So read the words for the song, and that will have lots of vocabulary for your grade 2s and give a good idea of what the song's all about. So you can listen and sing, and then you can do the movements. Again, if you're in a class situation where you can't sing, and I know here where I live, singing is not permitted in most classrooms, you can still do the movements of the song. The kids can still experience the music by moving to it. And then echo, do, mi, so. Again, you can't do this if you can't sing. They could do hand signs. And so they still get those pitches in their head. And then we read the rhythms for Johnny One Hammer. And then again, note highlights for grade 2s. And if you are new to solfege yourself, a good idea is to have it play a measure and then the kids sing back.
Ready, go. Johnny plays with one hammer.
And then the kids would sing back. And when you get to the solfa part, if you don't know solfa, it does it for you.
Ready, go. Do, 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 mi, so. Do, do.
And pause and have the kids sing back. And then we would actually sing the song and do the movements. And again, if you're not allowed to sing, listen to the song, play the recording, and do the movement. So 1 hammer is 1 fist, 2 hammers, 2 fists, 3 hammers is at a leg, 4 hammers is both legs, 5 hammers is the head, and then he takes a rest. So my students always enjoyed that. I've got the solfa note name challenge for them. And so an interactive, you can do as a class or you can do on devices. If you prefer to do letter names, you can do letter names. My preference is up to grade 3 to use solfa notes instead. But that's up to you. And then create a new melody. And again, I'm going to make a little note to self to use the new melody composition tool, because it is lots better. And then we have moving with rhythms or scarves to jig. And I always suggest copy the movements the first time, play it again, and invite the kids to create their own movements. I'm quite certain they'll do better than I can do. And then we can learn a little bit about George Frederick Handel watching this little 2-minute video about Handel. So that's the grade 2 lesson 31 for April week 4. Now I'm going to go to grade 3, lesson 31, April week 4. New hello song for grade 3s too. So you'll know it well by the end of next week. We have another play along with the Mozart Twinkle Star Variations. And this is variation 1, the first variation. And I'm loving these with sticks. Two. And of course, you can substitute instruments. If I want to use my scrapers, I can. So I'm enjoying those. A little video about Mozart. Read the words for Tingaleo. And this we're using as a song for kids to improvise. Not necessarily compose the rhythm. You could create, but I like it for improvising. So we play the song and give whatever instruments you have. So it's a little rondo. The theme is Tingaleo. The variations are the parts where you improvise. So you could have your kids divided into 3 groups. One group could improvise on sticks, one group could improvise on scrapers, and one group could improvise on drums. Use whatever you have. I've linked to a video introducing the Inuit. And this is a National Geographic video. So it's actually a really, really good video. And it's not long, it's just the right length for your 3rd grade. And then we read the words for the Inuit lullaby. This is a translation of an original lullaby that was collected by an Anglican missionary. And he's the one who translated it. Still now and hear my singing. Sleep through the night, my darling. It's a beautiful, beautiful lullaby. I love this arrangement.
Still now and hear my singing. Sleep through the night, my darling.
And that's Carly Robinson singing. If any of you know Carly, give her a shout out because it's beautiful. I love this activity. So this is a listening activity. It's La Jongleuse from the Listening Kit 3. And you get to enjoy a really entertaining performance. I'm going to try and get right to the end so you can see how he ends it. It's beautiful. So last year you had me pretending to juggle with scarves. I can't juggle, but my son can, and I hope you enjoy his performance in your classroom. I've included a listening log with this, and so this is a great one. What instrument families do you hear? I really should have added the piano family because there's the big argument. Is it a percussion? Is it its own family? So what instruments do I hear? I hear a piano. What's the tempo? I would say it's a nice allegro. Quiet or loud? Maybe in here somewhere. Is it smooth or separated? I would say that is separated. Describe the mood. Fun. How does this music make you feel? It makes me feel pretty darn happy. I was really impressed with my son's performance on that juggling. So enjoy grade 3, lesson 31, April week 4. Here's a quick look at grade 4, lesson 31 for April week 4. We're continuing with the body percussion lesson by Christian. So we actually are starting with poison rhythm practice and a rhythm play along. I want those grade 4s learning that T-ticka and ticka-T rhythms or whatever names you use. So this is the one where Christian introduces butterfly. And I would do this first. You learn by rote from Christian, and then I've notated the rhythm after that he uses, and I've put it into a score. So we learn by rote, and then we learn to read it. And this lesson, I've given the kids a composition template. And actually, what I have to do with Christian's is I listen to it and I notate it. Christian doesn't write them down. He performs them and creates them. But I've been writing them down. And this is a shorthand that I've been using. It actually works quite well. So for the stomp, you write an S. So if I want to stomp on my first beat, I'm going to put an S in there. Okay, let's say beat 2, I want another stomp. Okay, so stomp, stomp. Maybe I want to do a patch on the next, but I want 2 of them. So I'm going to put PP. And I've given the kids the shorthand so that they can do this. It would probably be a really good idea for you to go through and model first how to do this. But mine so far is stomp, stomp, pat, pat. Maybe I'll do another pat. Pat, pat, chest, chest. So chest, you have to write CH because there's also clap. So there's mine so far, and this is what it would look like. Stomp, stomp, pat, pat, chest, chest, stomp, stomp, clap. Whatever you want to create, you can create. Sometimes when I have a group and they're a little bit shy about trying things out on their own, I'll have the whole group stand up and I'll simply count the beats, or I'll play the beats on a wood block, something nice and loud. And they try different things out. So if I was doing that, I'd count 1, 2, ready, and try. And I would do that a number of times, not just once. You have to do it 4, 5, maybe 6 times until the kids have a pattern that they like, and then they can write it down. If you just hand kids the template, what they'll often do is just write things in, and they don't know that it works until they try it. Far better to try it physically first, then go to the writing down process. And I find getting the whole group to do it frees everybody up to try things. I do this with cup games. I do this with rhythm compositions, and I'm going to do this with body percussion as well. And I've given the kids a couple of audio tracks that they can try their body percussion with. 1, 2, ready, go. I think the grade 4s will like that. A second track as well. So you've got choice. Then we're going to work on the song, Lost My Partner. Again, what do you do if you can't sing? Well, you can still read the rhythms. You can still listen to the song. And what I've given for you in this is a ball bouncing routine. I did this last year, actually, and it's fun. So there's the game. But again, you're going to have to adapt the game for your, if you're not allowed to touch. But the tennis ball routine is fun for Lost My Partner.
Flies in the buttermilk shoe, fly shoe. Flies in the buttermilk shoe, fly shoe. Flies in the buttermilk shoe, fly shoe. Skip to my loo, my darling. Loo, loo, skip to my loo. Loo, loo, skip to my loo. Loo, loo, skip to my loo. Skip to my loo, my darling. Lou, Lou, what do? Lost your partner, now you're through.
So that's grade 4, lesson 31 for April week 4. I hope you enjoy it. Grade 5 has something completely different this week. We've got permission to show you Beethoven Lives Upstairs. So I've made a worksheet. The kids, generally grade 5s, will find the video engaging enough that they don't need this. But if you've got a class that's wiggly and restless, then have them tell them that they're going to have to answer questions after they watch the video, and that will help them focus. If you have 2 lessons in the week, I would space it half in lesson 1, half in lesson 2, and you can stop the video. So here's the video. It's linked through Safe Share, but this is our video with permissions. And of course, you can see where you are. I'm at 6 minutes. If I get to 21 minutes, I can stop it there and I know where I start. Again, when I taught this video, it was on VHS tapes. It was really hard to find where you were starting after you had watched the video, or if you only watched part of the video. And I only had 30-minute classes, so I never had the opportunity to see the whole thing in one period. So there's questions, and we do have a really good listening example. This is a rondo by Beethoven, and we have what I call a form map, because there's the hunting theme played by the piano. And then we go through the rest of the piece. And then we hear the hunting theme played by the clarinet. So the instruments that are used in this piano quintet are shown here. If you can copy for your students and give it out to them, they can point to the instruments as they hear them. I also included major and minor because there's some sections where it does shift into minor. And so it'd be interesting to tell if your students can tell the difference between major and minor. And the last one, the ship Titanic sank, I believe on April 22nd. Nope, April 15th. So we have the ship Titanic in here to remember the people who did not make it home from the ship Titanic. It's such an ironic song because it's very happy sounding about such a terrible, terrible event. So that's another option for grade 5s. If you have ukuleles, you could teach them the accompaniment track for this. So that's lesson 31 for grade 5, April week 4. On to middle school and the third lesson in our electronic music series. So this one, we're using the Google Arts presentation, What's That Sound? And again, I have given them a worksheet. This presentation listens to 10 songs that use synthesizer. And these are things that you read through with the students. And then there is examples of what each of those ones. So this is by Kraftwerk, and it's the B-side to Computer Love, and it's played on a Polymoog 1979. So it talks about the synthesizer that it was played on. And if you go all the way through the presentation, the last presentation is a contemporary artist, The Weeknd, Blinding Lights, and his is performed on a Roland Juno 60. And you can really hear that synth. It's a really good example of the synthesizer. So I love that presentation. That follows really nicely. The first lesson in the electronic music series was a theremin. The second was the history of the Moog synthesizer. And now this one is a presentation featuring 10 different synthesizers. This last link is to 10 riffs that shook the world. And I actually really enjoyed this as well. It's a 6-minute video where the creator of the video plays riffs that are from songs that he loved.
Espen Kraft, and I make retro-inspired synth pop. And that particular